Can you guess what type of buttercream this is? Just look how silky, soft, and smooth this buttercream is. If you guessed that it's Swiss meringue buttercream, you are right. Let's make First, we have to make the meringue. The meringue is a mixture of white sugar and egg white, which you're going to cook together and then whip to form the meringue. Now, it does involve a little bit more work than the traditional American buttercream, but trust me, it's absolutely worth it. So here I am separating the egg whites from the egg yolk. For this recipe, you need to make sure that you only have egg whites and no yolk at all. Because if you have yolk in your mixture, your meringue won't whip up properly and that will affect the consistency of your buttercream. One other trick to do to make sure there is no fat or grease in your meringue is to clean your mixing bowl as well as your whisk attachment or any tools that you're using to make the meringue nicely with either lemon or vinegar to get rid of all the fat. So you pour the sugar and the egg yolk into a bowl. It should be a heat-proof bowl, so either a metal bowl or a glass bowl, because we're going to gently cook the sugar and yolk mixture on a double boiler. So mix it together so it's well combined, and I've put it onto a double boiler. If you don't know what a double boiler, also called a bain-marie, is, check out the video where I explain exactly what this is. So you want to be mixing and whisking the mixture together as it heats up. This process is to dissolve the sugar granules in the mixture. So you want to cook this until the sugar is dissolved. You can either know when it's ready by checking the temperature, or when you feel the mixture, if you don't feel any graininess of the sugar, that indicates to you that your mixture is nicely cooked. And you can test whether it's cooked if you just rub a bit of the mixture in between your fingers. It should feel nice and smooth. You shouldn't feel any grittiness of the sugar. That means that it's ready. Once it's nice and ready, transfer it to a stand mixer, and you want to use the whisk attachment, and you're going to whip it up until the meringue is formed. You'll know when it's ready when it reaches what we call a stiff peak. So stiff peak, it means that the meringue is nice and peaked, so that when you lift up your whisk attachment, you still have a peak of the meringue. It should hold its shape. That tells you that your meringue is ready. You need to make sure that you whip it long enough until it looks like this. Now, if you don't have a stand mixer, you can use a hand whisk, but it's going to take quite a long time. It takes about 10 minutes to whip up to a soft peak stage. Once you get to that stage, then while your mixer is running, gently add room temperature butter into the mixture. Add it bit by bit to allow each addition to mix in with the meringue, and it will start to come together to form the Swiss meringue buttercream. Once your buttercream is formed, then you can add your flavoring. You can add vanilla, you can add chocolate, you can add just about any flavoring that you want, and your Swiss meringue buttercream is ready. This is a nice buttery buttercream, not overly sweet like American buttercream. I think you're going to love it. Happy baking.